Hey guys, and welcome to the tutorial for our zombie spawner powered iron farm. Yes, I said that, a zombie spawner powered iron farm. So mostly iron farms are used with a single zombie that is either bobbing up and down or traveling in a minecart. And I thought it would be fun to come up with a design for a system that uses a series of zombies from a spawner to actually facilitate the spawning of the iron golem. So you're probably asking, why would you want to even build this farm? Well, the only real reason that I can see you want to build this farm is because it's actually pretty fun and unique. So if you're into those types of farms, then this is definitely going to be the right video for you. So with that said, we will get right into the tutorial. This tutorial is broken up into 3 sections. We have the zombie collection / transfer, villager placement, and the spawning pads and killing platforms for the golems. So the first part is the zombie collection and transfers. So first, you must surround your zombie spawner with a 9x9 of any block you like so. Now determine which way you want your zombies to go out of this spawner. So I want mine to go this way, so I will dig 2 blocks down on this whole layer. Next, place 8 water sources across this wall. Find the middle block and extend this out 5 blocks or so on both sides. Come back inside, place a water source on each corner, and see where the water ends up. From here, place an ice block, followed by a wall of any type, a sign on top of the ice, and a sign right behind the ice block up top. Place the water source here, and continue with your blocks. From here, we can determine where we want the zombies to enter the elevator. So I'm going to temporarily remove this water source, and we'll enter them right here. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. But you need to get 2 more walls down 1 block lower than this wall. So like so. Next, fill in this back wall and build up. I recommend going up around 20 blocks. I went up 20 exactly. From here, dig out this second block, and on the back side, fill it in with stone. You can now remove these blocks. You don't need them anymore. Next, extend this up by 1 block on each side, and then place 3 signs above this second wall, like so. From here, extend the other 3 sides of your elevator up. I'm going to use glass just so we can see the zombies better. Place a water source on the top layer. Get some kelp, and starting from the bottom block, grow it all the way up to the top. This will make all of them water sources. Remove the bottom kelp, and replace this stone block with soul sand. From here, you can now remove this block and place your water source back in, and this is now a functioning mob elevator. Next, we will build out our platforms that the zombies will travel along, as well as the redstone required to split them roughly half and half each way. Begin by extending out 7 blocks on each side, including the block right here. Here, the walls are going to be too high, so you can go ahead and fill those in now as well. As a test, if you place water on top of this source, it should flow to both directions and stop right at the end. We'll temporarily remove this water though. From here, extend 8 more blocks on each side. Here, the walls are only going to be 1 high. This is going to provide the clearance for the villagers to see the zombies and scare them. From here, place a sign 1 block in on either side and 1 block down to the right. Do this on both sides. Placing a water source right here on both sides should allow the water to flow all the way to the end. Like so. On both sides, you can extend the platform down 3 blocks or so at the end. Here's where we will be killing the zombies. I'm just going to be placing lava down here. However, you can tailor this and move the zombies to wherever you'd like if you want to actually use it as an XP farm as well, or a rotten flesh farm. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to be dispatching them right here to get them out of the way so we can get more in. But like I said, it's totally up to you. Next, we're going to build the redstone required to allow the waters to alternate which side it flows to. So from here, remove 2 glass blocks down and place a sticky piston facing upwards. Cover it with a glass block as well. Do this on both sides. On either side, extend blocks coming out from the left side piston, like so. Then have a full block, it can't be glass, on the same level as the right side piston. From here, extend this platform out a few blocks on each side. Place redstone dust coming out of this piston in this manner, as well as a repeater right here. Extend your platform 1 more. Place a block of redstone by this block, a sticky piston facing directly into it, and then on the opposite side, a sticky piston 1 block offset. From here, extend your platform out 2, have redstone dust come out like this on each side. Have repeaters go into the redstone dust on both sides, and then comparators going into those repeaters. From there, place a hopper. Next to it, place an adjacent hopper facing into the hopper. Remove the first hopper and place the second hopper going back into it. You now have 2 hoppers that are facing into each other. All you have to do now is put items into the hopper, and it will alternate which glass block gets lifted. All we have to do now is place a water source right here, and now we have a working mob sorter. So when this piston is raised, the water will go to the left, and with this piston raised, the zombies will flow to the right. From here, I'd cover this whole contraption with a block. And to prevent spawns, we're going to cover it with carpet. Next, cover the whole line that the zombies will be traveling in with a block. Cover the whole thing with carpet also. This will prevent zombies from escaping when they're in this 1 high section, and it will also prevent zombies from burning in the sunlight when they're in this section waiting for water to push them. Finally, place trapdoors along these edges on all 4 sides where it's 1 high. One downside of this farm is that when baby zombies flow through here, they can occasionally escape and jump up and fit through this gap and pathfind to the villagers. All this will do is cause them to walk off this block because they'll think it's a solid block, and then they'll fall down to their death. And with that, the zombie transfer portion of the farm is pretty much complete. So next we can move on to part 2, which is the villager placement. So on any of the 4 sides, count 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the one tall high section and build out 7 blocks from this level. Then remove all but the last 3. Place 2 blocks on either side. And then repeat this for all 4 sides. Now, to build an actual villager platform, place 3 beds like so, as well as a composter here, here, and here. So you have 3 composters for the 3 villagers. Place a bucket of water in the center. Build out around this top bed with a half slab. Place a carpet on the even level with the top half of this slab. Get carpet and cover both the slab, the trapdoor, as well as your composters. Get a block and cover this composter and cover it with carpet as well. Lastly, place a slab directly over top of the water source with a 1 block gap, followed by a glowstone on top, and then a slab to finish. Finally, you're ready to get your villagers in here. You want to put 3 of them. And then lastly, remove all of these blocks except for the one that the water source is above. And there you go. This is an example of your villager platform. So repeat this for all 4 sides. After that, we are all set to begin with phase 3, which is building our spawning pads as well as our killing platforms for the iron golems. I want to note that I really do recommend getting the villagers in at this step because they have to have slept and worked at their workstation in order to be eligible to spawn iron golems. So if you do that now, while we're building the spawning platforms, that will give them time to sleep and work. To build the spawning platform, go out 6 blocks from the block or water sources above. And then down 4. You can now remove all these blocks. From here, build out 4 on each side. Then build 3 more blocks in towards the center. This will complete your spawning pad. It's a 9x4, so 36 spawnable spaces for iron golems. Lastly, surround the whole thing in a 2-layer of glass. Next, temporarily place 1 more layer of blocks inside. That way you can put some fence gates down really easily. Then you can remove this layer. Lastly, open your fence gates and place water sources along this back wall. And there you go, that is one of your spawning pads. So repeat this exact same thing for all 4 sides. After that, we are ready to build our killing platforms for the iron golems. So go to any of your 4 spawning platforms, find the centermost front block, and build down 13 blocks. You can now remove all the blocks above the bottom one. From here, extend 4 inward, and then 6 on both sides. Please note, based on this design, on the 2 sides next to your spawner, you'll actually only have clearance to move over 5 blocks because the spawner box will get in the way. This is not a big deal. The way this is set up, the golems should not be able to fall and land up here, so they'll still land on the platform, so don't worry about it. Next, surround the thing in 2 high of any block you'd like. Find the center and dig it out. Lower it down by 1. Then extend it outwards by 3. And fill in the gaps. Take signs and place them along the middle row. Repeat for here and here all the way across. Finally, place lava on top of each sign. Also note, you don't actually have to have a lava source on top of each sign. The only important thing is that the lava is flowing across this entire area, so any way the golems enter, they'll still burn. Next, place a water source here, and then along all the sides. This will funnel all the golems that fall into here into this lava, where then they will burn, and their items will come out this way. From here, you can place a hopper into a chest, or you can wait and link up all 4 of the killing platforms to get 1 single iron output. It's up to you. Repeat this for the remaining 3 corners. All there is left to do now is turn the game mode back from peaceful to hard, and we should be good to start spawning some golems here. So let's let this thing run for a second and we'll see what we get. And there you go, double golem spawn on that side. So the thing that I actually like about this farm is that because the spawning platforms are farther enough apart, it allows the villagers to all 4 independently spawn their zombies, even though the same group of villagers sees the same group of zombies. So in that regard, it's actually relatively efficient. And yeah, if you're interested in this, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And let's let this thing run just for a little bit here. I'll let it go for about 30 minutes and we'll see what we can get. And after roughly 30 minutes of AFKing, I'll let these guys go through to help enhance the rates a little bit. We got, okay, so we got 3 stacks in this chest. And, oh wow, and we got 2.5 in this chest. So about 5.5 stacks of iron. So if you double that for an hour, that'll be roughly 11 stacks per hour. And this is just based off a 1 hour test. Obviously, I know you're supposed to let farms go for much longer periods of time to get more accurate results, but just for base results, we'll say 11 to 12 stacks per hour. So yeah, for how neat and simple of a design it is, it's actually pretty effective too. So that's gonna do it for this. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, let me know, and let me know also if you would like to see more of this type of stuff in the future. So that's gonna do it for me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.